Hello, hello. I am here for the 21st episode of the RichKatRanch Roundup. I have Amanda backstage already, and I told her I would bring her on as soon as she got here. I know Fridays are busy for her. Every day is busy for her, but I don't want her to be behind on something because she paid us a little visit today. So um, I will bring her up right now. You are added to the stream. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What's the weather doing there?
It's I think 56 and
Okay.
overcast.
Okay. And
So
again, where is there for you?
I'm in East Tennessee,
Okay. What part of Tennessee?
Eastern Tennessee.
Okay. So did you guys get hit by the string of storms that went through like Mississippi, Louisiana and a day or two ago?
I got a ton of rain 2 days ago.
Okay.
Like it filled up my pond, and my creek that I
Okay.
have not seen any water in now has water in it, but
Okay. Yeah,
nothing too crazy.
it's been really wet here. Like we did not need as much rain as we got, but I guess it's kind of catching us up because we were behind from the drought this summer. So I'm going to try to just look for the good in that. I do
Right.
want to say hello to Nina at Runneth Over Garden and Life. Thanks for being here today, Nina.
Hey,
And
Nina.
Sydney Alberts, thank you for being here. Sydney is a friend of mine from Peter's Channel Lawyer. You know, I'm really, really tickled that you're here to say hello today. Pete, thank you, Pete. Pete is everywhere all at one time. I think a lot of us already know that, but thank you for being here today, Pete. And so tell me again what your schedule is today. Like, how long do I have you? And
You can have me for as long as you want me. I might be interrupted by children, but I mean,
okay.
I'll be here.
Yeah, my thing is always, am I going to get through a whole stream without the dogs, barking at something? And
Well,
Richard
that
will
one I have
probably
in my
be
feed,
home.
so
Yeah, Richard will
we'll see how
probably
that.
be home in another like half hour. So that sometimes throws a little monkey wrench into it because they get excited when he gets home and then it gets kind of loud. So we'll see. They're all asleep right now. And sometimes he's able to get in the door without them realizing it until he's already in. And then it's a little bit quieter when it happens that way. So let me get rolling with some questions. First, let me turn down my volume on my phone here. I don't want my volume on my phone being a problem for us. And let me, oops, did I lose you? Oop, we lost her. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my spreadsheet. We'll give her some time to get back in. I was going to just wait and do the spreadsheet. Here she's back.
Sorry.
You're back. Okay. I thought, okay, I'll just move on and do something else while we wait for you to come back. But that was a quick turnaround there.
I was trying to turn on the comments, and I'm on my phone, and I don't do that often. There we go. I got it.
Okay, I was going to say, I almost think someone's told me before that you can't see the comments or you can't see us then if you're looking at the comments.
Right. I can't see you, but I clicked the X on accident and just totally knocked myself out of here.
Okay. So if you guys have a question for her, put some kind of something to catch my attention in the comments, because on the StreamYard there is a little column. You can kind of see where I'm looking. There is a little column just here to the right of where my screen is, where I see myself and Amanda. But sometimes the chat moves really fast and I miss a question. If you'll put something that I might see, a star or a question mark or all caps or something, so that I don't miss passing along a question to her, because I do encourage you to ask questions of our guests. I want us all to pick their brains together and learn who they are beyond what we can see in their videos. I do want to say a few more hellos. So hello, Cherie. Hello, Drunken Chef. How are you? Hi, Adam. There's my friend Adam, all the way from the UK. So thanks for spending your Friday night with us. And there is my friend Jesse. Looks like they are out running errands today. So he will not be in the chat to do his mod father work for us. But I've got Nina here. And I've got Adam here. So we'll keep everything smooth and friendly. But if you're good to go, I'm going to fire off some questions for you. And
absolutely.
Sometimes the questions lead to talking about other things that might not have been directly related to the question. And that's okay. That's part of the fun of interviewing. So first question is always, what motivated you to start your channel?
Actually, our move to Tennessee has been like in the back of our minds and been something that we've been working for the past like 5 years. And knowing that, so we moved from Chicago, for those of you who aren't familiar with me. And we just moved down here in the last week of July from Chicago with our family. And it's myself and my husband and our 3 young boys. And all of our family, except for my dad. My dad moved down here also. But everybody else is still in Chicago. And knowing that we have the only grandkids in the family.
Oh.
And they're the only real like babies of most of our family.
Okay.
So I just kind of wanted to keep a connection for people who were still back in Chicago so that they could like watch what we were doing. And also for people that don't know, my husband and I met at work.
Okay.
And so we worked together for over a decade. Okay. And so we worked in the same place for over a decade together. Okay. And so our work family is very important to us. And we wanted them to be able to see like what we were doing. And like, we've been talking about this for years.
Okay.
So we just kind of wanted to keep a record of what we were doing basically, and keep a connection to our friends and family at home. And also just to kind of share what we were doing. And I love food and I love gardening. And so I just kind of started sharing what I was already doing and how I was improving, and knowing that I moved out here to farm for our family. And so while I was living in Chicago, I was doing all the things that I could do on our, just under a 1/4 acre lot. And I was filming everything that I was doing there on what I had, and basically just sharing it with, again, my friends and my family, and then making new friends and family.
Well, I know I've learned a lot on your channel. So even though you may have just started out to share family stuff with friends and family, I'm impressed that you've expanded into so many things that people that didn't even know you before your channel can benefit from. And for those who don't know, Richard and I met at work.
Oh, so yeah?
In and out of the dental field. So I was in the dental field for a long time, but when my late husband passed away, I had just been working part-time and found myself needing to go back to work full-time. And there wasn't a dental office near me. I did not want to commute. So I went to work at a trucking transportation company, just customer service and helping plan freight loads and stuff. And Richard was the planner for the Dallas-Fort Worth desk that I managed. And so we worked together for 3 years. He'd been with the company for a long time before I got there, but yeah, that's how we met also. And I want to say hi to Matt D. Matt D, another friend from the UK. So Matt D, meet Adam Sky. Adam Sky is another friend of mine from the UK. And Papa's Kitchen, Stephen is here. Matt is here, Backlash Fisherman. Thank you for being here. Don't want to miss anybody. Hi, Nora, the Stock Explorer. And for those who may be new to the channel or new to the chat, I always encourage you to connect with each other. Check out most of the people that come to my streams are content creators. They are friends I've met over the course of my YouTube journey. And so I always encourage you to check out their channels. There's lots of great stuff. Today, I just happened to be interviewing Amanda from Bare Bones Living. And I'm just going to go through most of the questions that I like to ask so we can get to know her. And so that first question is out of the way. Does anyone help you with the channel? Anybody do any filming or editing or come up with video ideas? Or
no?
That really is the norm. I don't know that I've met too many people that say, "Oh yeah, my wife or my husband or whomever does all of the whatever, and I do all of the whatever."
Yeah.
Most people, as soon as I ask it, they're just like you. The heads start shaking. Nope, it's me. If I don't do it, it's not going to get done. So,
Exactly.
Again, more kudos, because I've said before, any of you that have little kids at home, wow, I don't know. I felt like it was all I could do when my kids were little to keep up with the laundry.
Right.
The
Yeah.
laundry was just, I know you know
I
that.
can't physically juggle like actual balls or anything like that. But in like my real life, I juggle like 10 different things, I feel like.
Oh, I'm sure. And you have to. There's no choice. Yeah, there's no choice. Where are you in the birth order of your family of origin?
I'm the middle.
Okay. Well, that gives you some advantages then in a lot of different ways. I was an oldest, so I feel like I kind of grew up having to learn how to juggle and manage lots of things that were around me. Hello, Cassie at Forensic Mystics. Hi, Jeff and Lorena at Back to Country Homestead. I am so tickled. You guys know I'm so tickled when I see you here in my chats. But let me move on here.
Look at all these great people coming in here.
When did you upload your first video and what was it?
My first video was me starting seeds in January of 21 when I started my channel.
Okay. So you're right about where I am. I started in March of 21. So do you have a favorite video or a video on your channel that you're most proud of?
Not that I can think of.
That could be good. No, that just means you probably feel okay about all of them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any that I especially love or especially hate. I mean, I kind of do everything the same, I think.
Okay.
Whether that's good or bad, I don't know, but
I think it's working. And hello, Joe and Sue at the Bud Files. Good to see you today. Hi, Rebecca at Rebecca Touched by Yarn.
Hey, Rebecca.
All right. So back to my questions. What do you keep in mind? So now that you've kind of branched out, and there are all of us that know you now that weren't part of the little core group of people for whom you were creating content, now that you know other people are watching, what's something that you keep in the back of your mind when you're coming up with ideas or when you're filming videos? Or
so it's funny, the reason I started this was for my friends and family, but really like none of them watch it, so I don't even know why
you're singing my song.
That was my intent, was to, because like I have a really big extended family. Like my core family is really small, but my extended family is really large and actually spans the US. And so I was like, oh, this would be a great platform then also when I moved to Tennessee, that my friends and family from Chicago can see it, but also my expansive family. And like none of them watch it. So it's always, I've always made videos knowing that my friends and family don't watch it, which is fine.
Okay.
I know that there's a couple of coworkers, or now former coworkers of mine, that do watch it. So that does actually warm my heart that somebody that I intended it for actually watches it. But I've always just kind of made it so that it wasn't so only the person watching it would understand only if they knew me kind of a deal. Like I've always made it very open so that anyone could watch it.
Okay. And here's Adam's question. Adam always comes up with great questions, Amanda. Which one of the boys is your favorite? Which one of your kids is your favorite?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, no fair, Adam. No fair. And my daughter Stacy is here again today, so you guys say hi to Stacy. She's the youngest.
Hey.
She's the youngest of my 4 kids. We talked a couple of shows ago about getting together and doing a cooking collab because she is
that's awesome.
Amazing chef and amazing baker. She can think up stuff on her own, and is not afraid to try new stuff. So Stacy, you need to check out Amanda's channel because she has lots of recipes and cooking tips and things on that channel. I think you'd like that. Hello to Crafty Annie. How are you? Thank you for being here today. And let me get my little sheet back out again. What are your favorite and least favorite things about YouTube, about being a content creator for YouTube?
My least favorite is probably coming up with ideas. No, I think so.
Okay.
Maybe it's coming up with good titles or something, trying to come up with something catchy titles or something.
Okay.
Something to grab people's attention. I'm not good at that.
Okay. And then what's your favorite thing?
Actually doing the videos and explaining things. One of my favorite things to do in my job is to teach. So I'm a nurse by trade, and I'm a surgical nurse, and I worked in Chicago. I'm not working currently, but in Chicago, I worked at a university, a teaching hospital.
Okay.
And so I taught all the time, and it was my favorite thing to do. So I do a lot of my videos as though I'm teaching.
Okay.
So that's just fun to me.
Okay. Do you consider yourself more of an introvert or an extrovert?
Most of the time, I am an extrovert.
That's that middle child thing, probably.
I think, yeah, a little bit. I'm the middle child, but my older brother is quite a bit older than me. So I also kind of was like the oldest.
Okay, right. That does play a part.
Me and my little brother were very close in age.
Okay.
So I kind of have both attributes of a middle and the oldest.
Okay.
But as I've gotten older, I've actually become a little bit more introverted in like new scenarios and like meeting people. I love to ask questions even to strangers. Like I'm kind of the thinking that there are no stupid questions. And I worked with surgeons who, if you know anything about surgeons, they can be real jerks and very vocal. And I had no problem giving them the business.
Yeah.
And like speaking my mind or asking the dumb questions, or, I would sometimes ask the dumb questions for like a medical student that I could see wasn't getting something.
Yeah.
And try to like kind of help them bridge the gap because I knew the answer that they were looking for.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't care if they lashed out at me. Like, people yelling at me doesn't bother me.
Okay. Fortunately, that's not something we deal with here on YouTube. Yeah. I haven't had anyone yell at me. I do have a question here from Matt at Backlash Fisherman. What's your favorite thing to grow and cook?
I would say my favorite thing to grow is probably tomatoes because there's so many varieties and so many different flavors. In each tomato, they can range so much. And my favorite thing to cook is probably also tomato-based products because I can take that tomato and do all sorts of different things with it.
Right. What's your favorite kind of tomato to grow?
Ooh, well, that depends on what you're asking for.
So favorite kind of tomato just for slicing up and eating or putting in a salad?
My new favorite that I just tried this year for the first time was the Cherokee Purple.
Okay. Is it really?
I thought that had an excellent, like, kind of smoky flavor.
Okay.
And I'd never tasted that before in a tomato, and I thought it was so great.
Nice. And then if you're making tomato sauce, what's your favorite tomato?
I grew Amish paste and they got really big. I grew San Marzanos, and every single San Marzano that I grew got blossom end rot. So I never really got a good
You can't say
sampling of it, I guess. But the Amish paste, they got really big and they produced a lot. So like bang for my buck. But honestly, I'm also of the thinking that a tomato is a tomato and I can use any tomato I want to make sauce.
Okay.
And so, especially like in the winter, and I'm a big procrastinator in preserving and doing things like that. So, when I'm like bringing in tons and tons and tons of tomatoes in like June and July, I'm throwing them into freezer bags and just filling my freezer. And when they come out, it's just like, what was this? I don't know. It's going in the pot.
And so, yeah, a little reminder here, guys. Matt at Backlash Fisherman will be live on Sunday coming up, day after tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So a great opportunity if you haven't checked out his channel to check out his channel, meet Matt, see him live and in person during a live stream. And I want to say hi to Lee at First Floor Audio, another friend of mine from across the pond. I doubt you guys even live anywhere near each other, but I just sure love seeing how YouTube brings people together, even though we're continents away from each other. And then my friend Byron at 12 Stones Ranch. Byron is a Texas neighbor of ours. He doesn't live too far from here, and he's actually been here to meet us and have dinner and learn all about great. Serena. Serena sure made herself the center of attention that day. Adventures of Kenny and Debbie, thanks for being here today. John at Home Bartending with John, that channel is exactly what you think it sounds like. So if you are looking for reviews of beers and liquors, or new ways to make drinks, or even old ways to make drinks, great channel to check out. He's got a nice style and covers all the bases for us. Sydney Alberts loves your channel name. Yeah, I did want to ask you about your channel name. So where did that channel name come from? How did that evolve?
That's actually a great question. So it's kind of a twofold answer. And one is we had a dog named Bear, and I actually got him from a coworker. He was a stray in the kind of bad neighborhood in the city where the dogs were used as bait dogs and things like that. And he was super emaciated. He was like a husky chow malamute mix.
Oh, okay.
And
I think he was really pretty then.
Well, what he was hideous when I got him.
He was so unhealthy, yeah.
He was so unhealthy. He was a brown and white long hair dog who ended up being gorgeous. But like when she took a picture, so her niece lived with her, and she was outside in the alley smoking a cigarette, like looking down the alley one direction, and he came up behind her and like licked her in the face and scared the daylights out of her because she wasn't expecting it. But she sent a picture to like everyone at our work saying, hey, you know, this dog found us. We can't keep it. Is anyone interested? So, and I picked him up on Thanksgiving. So I gave him the birthday of Thanksgiving. And the picture was so ugly though. He was like this copper color and you could see all of his bones. And he just looked terrible. But like I fixed him up. He was about 5 or 6 when I got him, and he was 14 when he passed.
Wow, nice.
But he was such a character, and his name was Bear. And because he was so emaciated, and it took a little bit of time to get some weight on him healthily, so we called him Bare Bones.
Oh, I love that.
He ended up being a great farm. Because we didn't have a farm, right? So he was a very good farm dog, which we were actually really concerned about because since he was a stray, and we think he was a stray for a really long time, he would like find bunny nests and he would gulp those things down like they were Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
because that was just like kind of what he was used to. So when we got chicks and we moved him outside, we were like, we can't let him outside with the chickens because he's going to attack them. He was good with the chicks when they grew up and went outside. He always like sat in front of their coop and like watched them. And then when we got brave enough to like open the coop to let him out with him out there, he just laid there and just watched them. And it was really great to see.
Sweet. Yeah, they're smarter than we think sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm sure he had to learn to eat stuff because he probably was fending for himself on the streets for so long.
Yeah. And then the other part of it, just we wanted to live as minimally as possible, live off the land, grow all of our stuff. Like that was our goal. So we just kind of took the BARE form of bear out of that one, but left it his name in honor of him.
I like that very, very much. And hello, Dr. Lund. You guys, a good friend of mine that I've met through YouTube land, and just another reminder of what some of the best parts of YouTube can be. So thanks for being here, Dr. Lund. And my next question is, do you consider yourself more artistic or more analytical?
I don't know.
Do you have any artistic inclinations? Do you paint, draw? Are you musically inclined?
Absolutely not.
And so right away, my mind would think that because you were a nurse and a surgical nurse at that there is a lot of analytical stuff that has to go into that, and you have to be good at math and so. But when I see content creators that are creating foods and growing gardens, to me that's very
that's kind of my art is my food in my gardens.
I think that's very artistic. So you may just be a balance of both. Maybe
I have no idea.
Maybe so. Here's the fun question I've started asking in the last month or so. You're stranded on an island. What 3 things do you want to have with you?
Only 3?
And there's no like parameters. There's no, it's not like, you can't say this kind of, it's whatever the first 3 things. I wish if I was on an island, I had this and this and this.
My boys.
Okay. Yeah, that's allowed. Yeah.
That's 3 right there. My boys.
Well, you get 2 more. You get 2 more wishes. We'll count the boys as one thing.
Well, if my family can count as one, that would be would be one thing.
That counts. Yeah, that's 1. What other 2 things would you want if you're stranded?
Some sort of weapon.
Oh, okay. See, there's the analytical side of her right there, guys.
And something.
You need to think on it while we go to other questions?
Sure.
Okay. So Christmas coming up. Do you celebrate Christmas?
Yes.
Have you put a tree up already?
Yes.
And do you have a special tradition handed down from when you were a little girl that you are now doing with your boys?
Not really. My husband and I have kind of just like made our own traditions.
Okay. Do you want to share some of your traditions that you've come up with?
Sure. Yeah. We have multiple trees.
Okay.
And we don't have like a big house or anything.
Okay.
And our tradition is to the day after Thanksgiving to put up our trees while watching the Santa Claus. Tim Allen's The Santa Claus.
Okay.
Like my husband's like, that's his like big tradition thing that he has to have.
Okay.
Yeah. And then let's see what else. I don't know.
Okay. Do you have a favorite Christmas movie of your own? Or something, maybe not a favorite, but you just find yourself wanting to watch it during the holidays?
I like a lot of Christmas movies, actually.
Okay, so you're just a Christmas fan.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you
my
watch?
son, my oldest loves the Home Alone series, so we watch that a lot, and we watch all the Santa Claus movies because there's like three of those, and now they got a new one coming out.
Okay. And when you're not watching channels like your own, kind of homestead channels, what do you like to watch on YouTube?
I think that's all I watch.
Okay. Do you watch TV? Do you have a favorite TV show or
No?
no?
No.
Do you like to travel? Do you guys get to travel much? Having a
I would love to
bunch of
travel,
littles?
and that's just not in the
Not
cards for us.
practical. Have you traveled though in the past?
Yeah, the last trip we went on was when my oldest was 10 months old. We went on a family cruise, and that was the last vacation that we went on. And he's
Oh, wow.
5 now, and I have 3
Wow.
children,
Okay.
so.
Well, don't blink because you really do wake up one day and 20 years have gone by.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and then you'll get at least a chance here or there to maybe travel a little bit before the grandkids are around and keeping you tied down.
Yeah. It was hard. We were growing our family. We were both also in school to get our master's degrees, and then we had all three of our children and got married all while we were in school getting our masters.
Oh, so see, you're used to multitasking.
It's been like this crazy whirlwind of 5 years.
Uh-huh.
So we haven't had a whole lot of time to travel.
Yeah. I had another question here I wanted to ask you. So now that Bear is gone, and we have a dog named Bear, FYI. He's a foster failure. Weird story because we were boarding him. So we were contacted about boarding.
Oh no, and they left him?
Well, we didn't know at the time that they were going to be rehoming him, but they had this trip. Like, I don't know if it was a family deal. Something happened. They needed to go away. They needed to find somewhere to board him, but they had already decided that they needed to rehome him. And when they contacted us, they even told us that one of our rescue partners with Good Shepherd is who referred them to us or referred us to them, however that works. But no one mentioned in the beginning about him coming into rescue. So that was the plan. He was going to come into rescue with Good Shepherd, but they had just not. They wanted to deal with it after they got back from this trip. And so we boarded him here for about a week. And after he went home that night, I got a couple of texts from his human mom thanking us for boarding. And I always post videos and update people when the dogs are here boarding. And she was just so tickled at how much fun he was having and how he was getting along with everyone. Because the reason they needed to rehome him is that they had a 6-year-old German Shepherd girl that they'd had since she was 8 weeks old. They adopted Bear when he was about 4 from the shelter just a month or two before we boarded him. And their girl would not tolerate him. She was mean to him. All he did was cower and hide because she was mean to him. And they had a trainer come out and work with her, and they could not see a way that the two would ever get along. And they just did not think it was right for Bear to have to go through that. So she sent me the message, and then she sent another message saying, if you know of anyone that's looking for a sweet boy, let me know. So I immediately sent a text message to our rescue partner to say, hey, what's up with Bear? What's up with Presley telling me that he needs a new home? And he said, oh, yeah, he's coming into rescue. And I said, well, then he just needs to come back here. We'll foster him because we needed to see, can he get along with the cats? Can he get along with the ducks? How does he do with the horses? And it was just like he had just always been part of the family. So that's our little Bear story. And I'm just so glad things worked out like it did. Yeah, if you guys are new here, we're animal lovers and we do a lot of rescue work. So it's hard for me to not want to take in an animal in need. When's your birthday? Just day and month.
October 9th.
Okay, so belated happy birthday.
Thank you.
And then the kids' birthdays all spread out throughout the year, or are they all?
Are.
Okay.
Hunter, my oldest is June 26th. Then my middle son was February 3rd, and my baby was March 7th.
Okay, that's good though, because then you don't have to combine birthdays.
Yeah, my brother me and my brother are 5 days apart. So we always
my
we always
sister and
shared
I,
our birthdays.
my sister and I are 11 months apart. So we had to sometimes share birthdays, at least when we were little. We got older, we would go do our own thing for our birthdays, but it wasn't all it's cracked up to be. Crafty Annie says she put up her porch tree today and she's doing the inside tree tomorrow. So there's a couple of trees at her house as well. You're not alone to have multiple trees. And my next question is, I'm looking where I was on the list here.
I think you were going to ask me if I had any other dogs besides Bear. Now that he's gone.
That's where I was going with that. Or any other pets in general besides the chickens.
Yeah. So we actually got Bear because not only did he need a home, but we had a female German Shepherd at the time. And she was 2 and super rambunctious and just wanted to play all the time. And we worked all the time and didn't have the time or energy to play with her the way that she deserved to play. So I actually looked into fostering older dogs. I thought it would be more valuable to foster an older dog that might have a harder time finding a home.
Yep. And
was my thing.
Right. Yeah. Oh no, you're right. And everybody wants puppies.
Yeah.
But then those puppies end up in the shelters when they're older because people don't want to have to deal with the stuff that comes from it from them being older.
Right. So I was going to start that whole process. And like I said, and it was going into Christmas, all the holiday season and stuff. I'm like, I'm sure tons of dogs are going to wind up in shelters right now. Like, perfect timing. And then it just popped up in my work email. And I was like,
that's a sign.
It's meant to be. Like, this dog is older. It needs a home. It's free. Uh-huh. And well, up front, because no dog is ever free.
Right? Yeah.
I'm like, but it's meant to be. So I got him, and he was not fixed.
Oh,
my dog was fixed.
Yeah.
And he wanted nothing more because I brought her with me to go meet him to see if they would like work out together, and he was like drooling to get to her, and I'm like, what are you so excited about? She's fixed. Like, it's not like she smells extra special or anything. Like,
he maybe just hadn't had a playmate in so long.
Oh no, he grabbed her and pulled her in and was trying to manhandle her like crazy. And you should have seen her face. Like, she's looking at me like, Mom, what did you do? Why did you bring me here? And she was also a very dominant dog. Uh-huh. So like, I was afraid. I was always cautious of bringing her around other dogs because she was so dominant, but he was so aggressive towards her, like, not like mean, but he was so wanting her that she like ran from him.
Oh no.
But then like, she finally like nipped him a couple times, like, hey, get off me. And we settled him down. But I was like, okay, well, maybe they'll work this out, which they did. And I thought I was getting her like a nice playmate. They were never friends.
Oh no.
Like, they coexisted pretty much fine, but like, I had to separate them for eating.
Oh no.
If like, they fought over a pizza box once, like, bad.
Oh,
out in the backyard. And this was like years after we had them.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, what? You guys like lived together for years. What's going on? Random things. Like they couldn't play with toys together. So like, my whole mission was to give my dog a playmate, and they never played because he was totally aloof. He just wanted to like hang out and do whatever he wanted and not be bothered by her. And I was like, well, that backfired, but they coexisted just fine, but both of them have since passed. And then I just got another rescue last year, and her name is Kona. And she was found in a forest preserve in Chicago.
Oh, wow.
Someone had just dumped her. And she was like maybe 6 months old.
Oh.
And I thought she was a lab pit mix based on what she looked like. And then we did that doggy DNA test and found out that she is a pit bull Rottweiler husky mix.
Oh, wow. She's got some energy then?
Yes.
Okay.
And she is a small dog, thank God. Because those are also very powerful dogs. She has some kind of mastiff in her.
Oh my goodness.
And something else was crazy in her.
So she's
like 2%.
So she's only like a year and a half old or so now?
Yeah, her birthday is the 20th of December, so she'll be 2.
Okay, but it doesn't look like she's going to grow into a big dog?
Oh, no, she's done.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
so whatever
she's 60 pounds, which is perfect for us.
Oh, gotcha.
And she is the best dog. She's so sweet. She is kind of aloof to the baby, and she is the heaviest small dog I've ever had. Like, my shepherd was 75 pounds, and she thought that she was a lap dog.
A little Yorkshire Terrier.
And so she was always on my lap. And she was not that heavy. This dog is 60 pounds, and she felt like a bowling ball. Yeah. She was just like a brick on me. Like, she steps on your foot and you're like, you're breaking my toe. She is just like this little ball of mass that doesn't realize how heavy she is, even at 60 pounds.
I wanted to say hello to Belinda and Chuck. Thanks for being here today. And Katie at Mayfield Ranch is here today. And wow, Sydney, thank you. Thanks for joining the channel. Welcome to the family. And let me get back to, you're frozen there. I'm going to ask a question, but we'll see if you unfreeze or if we need to let you sign out and sign back in. And then I'll wrap up the interview with you here in just a bit, and we'll go over channel stats and news about our channel and other guests on the show that we've interviewed before. My next question had to do with whether or not you're a coffee drinker. I'm imagining that your mornings start very early. She went outside, so I know sometimes when I go outside, I lose my Wi-Fi signal if I was on Wi-Fi when I started. Hello, Nicole. How are you? There you are. You're back. I'm thinking you may have a weak Wi-Fi signal. Are you back? There you are. Can you hear me?
I'm just going to hold on here because I'm picking up my son.
Okay. My question I was asking is if you're a coffee drinker. This is, again, a busy day and a busy time of day. For all moms. I know that's not for Amanda. Tones make it more exciting.
Can you hear me?
Are you there? Yes. So my first question had to do with whether or not you're a coffee drinker. I'm betting your mornings start pretty early.
You.
Uh-oh.
No.
See if you can see the private chat.
I'm not connected.
But I can't really see what I'm doing here. Bear with us, guys. Is it better now? Can you hear me?
Coffee drinker. Yes. I'm trying to look at the comments. Here we go. Yes, I love coffee.
And then I'll ask for those in the chat that can hear me. Who would you most like to do if you could do a collaboration with anyone on your channel?
A collaboration with, I'm actually in a lot of collaborations. Hold on. Just sitting here waiting. Okay. I am in a lot of collaborations right now. I just did the November Soup Spectacular. That was a lot of fun. And that just obviously ended in November. This Sunday, I am posting my video for Dipcember, hosted by the Inquisitive Farm Wife, Angela. She's doing Dipcember, and my video is coming out on Sunday. It's a hot Mexican dip, perfect for football Sunday. So check that out. And then Ashley over at CNC Farm is doing the 12 Days of Cookies collaboration. And I'm posting my video on the following Sunday, the 11th. And those are espresso dark chocolate cookies. Oh. So watch out for that one. So I'm actually in a lot of collabs right now.
Nice.
Who do I want to do a collab with? I have no idea.
So
kind of game for anything.
I'll let you think.
I got a little overwhelmed with collabs over the summer. I was in what was Tony's collab called? The
Last Chance Cook-Off?
Barbecue collab.
Yeah, Last Chance Cook-Off.
At Kettle Kitchen. He did that big collab. And then, what was my other? I was in a couple others at the same time. Oh, I was in Leanne at Mennonite Farmhouse. I did her soup collab at the same time. And then there was another one. I was doing 3 all at the same time, and I got really stressed out about it. And then I was like, why am I stressing? I mean, I know why I was stressing because I was also moving at the time. Because we moved down here and we lived with my dad until we found our house, which was stressful enough, having 3 young children and living our family life out of my dad's house. And then still trying to make videos and not be a nuisance to my dad while looking for our house and trying to find all of the things. And I just enrolled my son in kindergarten this year. So that was all new to me. I'm a new school mom in a new state and like all these things. I had a lot going on. So it was super stressful to me to be in those collabs, but I'm in all of these collabs at the same time. And I'm not stressed at all, which is wonderful.
And so
I find it much more enjoyable to do a collab that I'm not stressed out about.
Kind of to wrap things up, I like to ask what you would most want people who visit your channel to know about you.
To know about me. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of pretty much an open book. I don't have a filter, although I am my own filter when I edit my videos because I don't have a filter in real life. And so, and I don't mean anything by usually what I say. My mouth moves faster than my brain does sometimes. And I stick my foot in my mouth a lot. And it's totally unintentional. So please don't take offense to anything that I say or do wrong or anything like that. I'm a very loving person. I wear my heart on my sleeve. But I'm not good at joking. Like, I can't, like some people that have dry humor, I don't get, because I'm like, are you being serious? Or do you really mean it? Like, are you making fun of me? Or are you like trying to have fun with me? I'm too like, I read into things sometimes. So I believe I'm a pretty carefree person. I'm a very loving person. And I just do silly things sometimes.
That's life. That's life. So I just sent you the last question in the private chat since we're having some sound issues. That kind of wraps up the interview, except that I wanted to know what you have coming up project-wise or video idea-wise, or just kind of give us an idea of what we can expect to see coming up next on the channel.
Projects do I have coming? Video ideas. I'm working on so many videos. I have so many videos. Baby, put that package on your lap. Next on my channel, I have, I think, 6 videos ready to go up. It's a package. It's just editing them and getting them up. The great thing about, can you put it on your lap so I can sit, please? The great thing about moving and starting a homestead is that there is plenty of content to film. Sit your butt down. We are still in a moving vehicle. Thank you. So I have lots of things to do and talk about. I just need to edit them and put them up. We also bought a drone, which was exciting. And I haven't done a full tour of our new homestead. So I had Mike, my husband, who does not usually show up on videos. He drove the drone for me and got some really awesome footage. We did just buy our first homestead, and it is big and beautiful, and we have lots of hopes and dreams and plans, and it's a blank slate. So that's good and bad. It's good because we get to build it however we want it. It's bad in that we had to buy this at a very inopportune time in the market. Oh. And so we had to spend all of our money on this land and house, which does not leave a lot of money to build and make the things that we need, do the things that we want. Our infrastructure and protection for our animals and garden beds and barns and things like of that nature.
Right. Well, that wraps it up today. I am so tickled that we finally got this to work out so that you could be on the show. I had her scheduled at least one other time.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay, good. You're back. So I was just explaining that I had you scheduled one other time, but it was right at the beginning of trying to get packed and moved, and so we had to postpone it. And by the time we started looking at dates again, the show was already booked out so far. So she's been on the schedule for today for like 8 weeks, I think. So I'm just so glad it worked out. I had my fingers crossed all week. And I just want to thank you for taking time to come and visit with us. You guys, please check out her channel. Let me put up her little her channel banner again. I know you can't click the link from here, but let me see if I don't think I can copy that from there. Go show her some love, and always remember that when you're interested in supporting someone by subscribing to their channel, you got to be sure that you do it the way that YouTube then will recognize as being a legitimate connection. So always watch a video or two. Those videos need to be at least 3 minutes long. Leave a comment, like the video before you subscribe. A lot of us content creators have seen firsthand that when people don't do it that way, like maybe they meet someone in a live stream, they just go over to their channel and click subscribe. They don't watch any videos, they don't comment or like anything, they just subscribe, which it's fun to see the number go up, but then YouTube will take those subscriptions away because they don't know if you did it accidentally. They don't know, if you meant, to really engage with the channel. So always watch a couple of videos and then interact with the content creator by commenting and liking, and then periodically go back to visit, because again, YouTube cleans house every now and then, and it'll take those subscriptions away. So I'm hoping we can help grow your family. Again, I'm so excited that you were finally able to be on the show. I'm so excited to be keeping up with the adventures with the new chicks. I want to see how that goes. I'm impressed with the little house, the little coop. I don't remember what
the coop that Mike just built. Yeah, he did a great job on it.
I like that. I like that design. That looks like a nice size. So I'll be excited to see if those girls start earning their keep for you.
Thank you so much for putting up with this internet interference. Sorry about that.
We all know, those of you that have been watching lots of the shows know that I went through my own phase where I was having internet issues, and it was really unpleasant to try and do live streams with the problems we were having with our internet. So thank you for that. Thanks for squeezing it in the middle of, again, the multitasking that I know you do 24/7. And have a great weekend. Stay warm. I'll be looking for you in some more collabs coming up. And
absolutely.
I'm waiting for those 6 videos to go up.
They're all there. I just have to edit them. Good Lord.
All right. Thank you so much, Amanda.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. So that was Amanda at Bare Bones Living. You guys, please go and check her out. Nice channel. I want to say hello to Danielle at Danny Day's Homestead. Thank you for being here. Danny will be on the show. I think that's next Friday. We're going to go over that information here in just a bit. And Ralph from Webb's Web is here. Thank you for being here today too. I apologize if I've missed anybody. I really do like to say hello when you come in, but I don't want to get right in the middle of an answer from a visitor to the channel. So thank you all for being here. I'm going to pull up my little spreadsheet now so we can go over channel stats, channel member info. And again, if you missed my little promo at the beginning of the show, I do encourage people that are in the chat to check out the channels that are represented here. I've met so many amazing quality people, and they have quality channels, and they work really hard to teach and share information and, just bring some joy and brightness to days that maybe aren't always so fun. So you guys pick a channel, someone that you see in the chat. Not everyone in the chat is a content creator, but a lot of my visitors are. So check them out. And what we do now, we're going to go over the subscriber numbers, the growth that our channel members and guests have experienced since we last talked about the numbers at last week's show. So let me do that right quick. And we'll see how fast I can do it this time. All right, so let's get to the top. Nina and Boyce at Runneth Over Garden and Life were at 773 subscribers last week. They are at 783 today. Ordered Steps, holding on to that 195. I did see a short from her within the last few days, so I'm hoping that means she's going to have some time that she can create another video for the channel soon. My friend Akashi Chris at Mind Forked was at 274 last Friday. She's at 277 today. Byron at 12 Stones Ranch, he is in the chat today also, as is Nina at Runneth Over Garden and Life. He was at 1,860 subscribers, 1,860 something. He's at 1,850 something subscribers today. And Byron, I was telling you in your live yesterday evening that I'm trying to catch up with you. We just crossed the 1,800 subscriber mark day before yesterday. We're at 1,804 today, last time I checked. So I am hoping to catch you. I'm on your tails. Can you feel me breathing down the back of your neck? Then my friend Weave, another friend from across the pond, is holding on to his 3,120 something subscribers. He is revamping the channel a little bit, but I do encourage you guys to go and check it out. A lot of fun there. That's where I met Adam, my friend Adam, and we have a lot of fun there with some of the live streams that Weave puts together for us. My friend Joe Hupp in Australia is holding on to 274 subscribers. My friend Nick, another Texas neighbor of ours, went from 577 subscribers to 584. That's again last Friday to this Friday. Tiffany at Mud and Mascara Homestead, 390 subscribers last Friday. She's at 409 today. Devin and Ryan at Our New Land, more Texas neighbors, 762 last Friday, 787 today. Ginger at Not For Nothing Homestead. Oh, I skipped Jesse and Lisa. So Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. They are consistently gaining a dozen or so subscribers every week. I can only see the first the first 3 digits when I look at their channel. So I only know now that they have increased from 1,210 plus subscribers last Friday to 1,220 plus subscribers this Friday. So now Ginger at Not For Nothing Homestead, 393 subscribers last Friday, 421 this Friday. Today, my friend Robin at What the Flock was at 378 a week ago. She's at 380 today. My friend Lee at First Floor Audio, 636 subscribers last Friday, 645 today. I'll just put in the plug again for him. He does a live show every Saturday evening at 5 p.m. Central Time. I think that's 10 o'clock UK time. So he stays up late just to be able to share his music with us. And it's amazing music. I can't encourage you guys enough to go and check that out. Show him some love. Let him know that I sent you. My friend Katie at Mayfield Ranch, she was in the chat today. Looks like she's in the chat still today. She was at 477 subscribers last Friday. She's at 499 today. We've got to get the 500 number. I mean, we can't have that odd number sitting there today. So I'm hoping before the end of the stream, someone will have gone over and run a video or two so they can subscribe and get her to that 500 number. Rich New Design has picked up a few subscribers since last Friday. He's got at 303 today over the 300 last Friday. I still haven't seen any new videos from him. So whatever the hardware issue was that he was having, we're still waiting for that to be resolved. Jeff and Lorena, they were in the chat today. They were at 484 subscribers last Friday. They're at 497 today. That's Jeff and Lorena at Back to Country Homestead. My friends Ronnie and Brittany, Central California friends, they were at 417 subscribers last Friday. They're at 441 today. Again, channel name is RB Story, Ronnie and Brittany. Brittany is also the loofah lady. You can visit her website, theloofalady.com. They have a big giveaway happening at the channel. I think you can still get in on that. So you just need to go to the channel and watch the short that relates to the giveaway. It's a lot of stuff, and get entered into that drawing for the giveaway. CNC Farm, my friend Ashley and Amanda mentioned Ashley. She's doing the cookie collab with Ashley. I'm planning to do the cookie collab with Ashley. I just have to decide which cookie I want to make. But Ashley grew from 693 subscribers last Friday to 764 today. John at Home Bartending with John, who was in the chat earlier today, was at 207 subscribers last Friday. He's at 210 today. My friend Dr. Lund at Psychology Noir with Dr. Lund, she was also in the chat today. grew from 427 subscribers last Friday to 435 today. Again, I have a connection with her from Peter's channel, Lawyer You Know, and from Dino's channel, The Late Late Horror Show. So she does a lot of content that kind of is a nice counterpart to a lot of what we talk about over at Peter's channel. So check that out. Some great psychological perspective, mental health perspective on some of the trials, the cases that a lot of us have learned about together over at Peter's channel. Adam Sky, friend from across the pond, was at 87 subscribers last Friday. He's at 98 subscribers today. He was in the chat. He may still be in the chat. Again, he's my quiz buddy over at Weave's channel when there are live stream quizzes. My friend Dino at the Late Late Horror Show was at 93,600 something subscribers last Friday. He's at 94,400 something today. Dawn Ray B was at 355 last Friday. She's at 361 today. Jen and Steve at Good Times Homestead, they were at 590 last Friday. They're at 608 today. Nancy at Our Treasured Home was at 686 subscribers a week ago. She's at 707 today. Fat Ninja DM, for any who still may not know, and if this is your first time in my chat, then I don't know that you would know because I mentioned it last Friday on the stream. I had him on the show on the 11th of November, and he passed away on Saturday the 19th. I'm going to leave him on my spreadsheet as an honor to him. His channel is still growing. He had a wonderful message to share about mental health and just being authentic and generous, and he was all of those things, authentic and generous and very open, and would literally do anything for anybody. So it was very shocking to learn that he had passed away, but I'm so glad I got to spend time with him on the show. I only knew him through YouTube, but I loved everything I saw, and we had a great interview the day that he was with me on the Roundup on the 11th. My friend David at Safe and Sound Texas Audio Excursion was at 1,580 something subscribers last week. He's at 1,590 something today. My friend Peter at Lawyer You Know was at 162,000 something subscribers last Friday. He's at 164,000 something this Friday. If you are still new to his channel, let me encourage you to go and check out he's got a new shorts series that he's been working on. It's hilarious. It's hashtag Be a Lawyer, and he just really has some fun with some legal concept things, but making it light and funny, and it's really well done. I'll have to ask him at some point how many takes it takes to actually get some of these done, and he can keep a straight face, because some of it's just really that funny to me anyway, that I don't know how he's not cracking up through the whole short. Papa's Kitchen was a guest on the show last Friday. He was at 203 subscribers that day. He's at 224 today. He was in the chat today as well. Not sure if he is still here. Ralph at Webb's Web was at 120 subscribers last Friday. He's at 126 today. He was also in the chat. He was on the show as well last Friday. Amanda at Barebones Living. So a lot of times I do these stats at the beginning of the show, but I wanted to get her on and get her finished up so she can start her mom duties as early as I could today. She was at 554 subscribers last Friday. She was at 563 this morning when I checked. And then next week on the show, I'm very excited that we will have Danielle from Danny Day's Homestead. She is, as of today, at 705 subscribers. I'd just like to give you guys kind of the starting point before we get our guests on the channel. And I want to see her hit that 1,000 for sure. And there's no reason why she's not already at 1,000. Wonderful content. Another person who is just incredibly real and genuine and open about herself, about her past, about her life, and about what gives her strength and her motivation now. So I just can't encourage you enough to go and check out her channel, show her some love and support, and just make sure you do it in a way that it's really gonna work for the YouTube persnickety algorithm. It is still tentative whether or not David Conroy from Conroy Films will be able to make it next week, but I'm hoping to introduce him to you. Neat channel there, lots of nice stuff. And then coming up, so the following Friday, the 16th, I just happened upon this channel. I am a subscriber to the Power Director University here on YouTube because that's the editing software that I use. And I refer to that channel a lot because this software will do virtually anything I need it to do. I just don't always need it and I don't know how to do it. So I'm often watching those videos to learn how to do whatever little special effect or, whatever it is I need to do. So there was a community post from Malik at Power Director University, and Elder P, and I think that's how you say that, Elder P, because the last name of the travel firm that they have starts with a P. He was there and he responded to a question, and I can't even remember what the question was, but he made a comment about still being too small. His channel was still too small for whatever it was that the question related to. And so I commented and then I went to check out his channel. I love what I found there, y'all. It's so exciting for me when serendipity just sort of, shows itself and surprises me with something that I would never even have known about or never even have thought to look for. So I checked out his channel. We've been in communication and we've connected here on YouTube. So he's going to be on the show on that Friday the 16th. And then I'll have my Christmas stream. Hello, Schultze. Schultze, here's another friend of mine from the Late Late Horror Show. Thank you for being here today. My Christmas stream again, I will be opening the panel and encouraging any of you who are here that day to just stop up and wish my viewers happy holidays. I'd love it if it was beyond that. If you want to share a favorite memory from childhood or your favorite Christmas recipe or the best gift you ever got, or I just want it to be kind of a Christmas party type thing. And I want to give everyone an opportunity to hop on and introduce themselves. And obviously you'll be able to put a little plug in for your channel if you're a content creator. But I want you guys to be planning on being a part of that with me. I also want to remind you, we did receive our first submission for our RichKatRanch Christmas Project 2022. I really, really, really hope you guys will send me some more stuff that I can use in the video. And I think it's easy to do. I do have an email address. If you just have photos or maybe a written out little story or something that you'd like me to read, if you don't want to video yourself and be on film in the video itself, I'm happy to read stories about special memories or the gifts that mean the most to you. But if you will be planning for that, right now I've got the deadline set for next Friday the 9th. And that's only because I, am still anticipating that we're going to have a lot of material to work with, which is just going to mean that I've got to do a lot of editing to get everything stitched together and make it look, nice for people who may see it. So you don't have to be a subscriber to the channel. You don't have to be a channel member to participate in it. And again, even if it's just a photo, maybe it's a photo of you on Santa's lap when you're a kid, or one of your grandkids if you're old enough for that, enjoying something at Christmas. Maybe it's your favorite Christmas tree, or if you took a trip around Christmas time at some point that means something to you and you want to share a little video clip or a little written out story of that trip and why it was special for you. It's just wide open to whatever you might like to share. And then you'll just have to check out the Christmas Project video. It's like the feature video when you go to the homepage of our channel. And it's got the details in the description and the link for our Google the Google folder, the Google Drive, where you'll upload those images or videos. Again, if you want to email something to me. You can just email something to me as well. And if you are a content creator who would like to be on the show, I would love to interview you and get your name out there and maybe help you grow your little YouTube family here by meeting some new people. Make sure I haven't missed any questions or comments. Thank you, Schultze. I feel like a lot of other channels helped me early on. I didn't necessarily get on their live streams and talk, but there are a handful of channels that kind of really showed me the ropes. And when I started live streaming, even some channels that had to help me figure out how to make it work and just, what to expect so that it was pleasant for me as well as the people that might be watching. So yeah, Schultze, check out Lawyer. It's a great chat. So I consider it the best chat on YouTube, partly because it's massive. So Peter at times has had 13,000, 14,000 people watching a live stream. Obviously, they're not all in the chat, but it's just such a respectful chat. And sometimes we're talking about, some kind of touchy things that have to do with the cases that he's covering. And I'm just always amazed at how friendly and courteous and what is Judge Doro's thing? The courtesy and decorum of the chat there. So it's not as personal. I love the Late Horror Show chat because I feel like we're really a family where it's like we know each other. It's like we're together at our house together and we talk about what's happening in our day and what's happening with our animals and our jobs. And so it's not as much that with Peter. There is some of that, but I learn a lot there. So I encourage you guys to check that out. And besides, I think he made me a deal that if he hits 200,000 subscribers, he's going to do a rap and wear hammer pants. I'm going to have to remind him that he said he would do that. That was my suggestion when we were talking about what's going to be your response when you hit 200,000 subscribers. So a lot of great channels in my chat today, a lot of great channels on my little spreadsheet today. I want to spin for our channel of the week. And then I'm going to start wrapping things up here. As always, if you have questions for me, put them in the chat. Let me get my share screen going again. And we'll spin for our channel of the week. Let me take this banner off and we'll go full screen and let's see who we get today. Again, the purpose of channel of the week is just to maybe introduce you to a new channel and to give you an idea of the kind of channels I like to watch beyond what you might be assuming. Jive Cat the Magnificent. So there's a lot of fitness, a lot of exercise, fitness, healthy eating at this channel. His father recently passed away, so be mindful of that when you visit the channel. If you have an opportunity to, leave some condolences, I know that would mean a lot to him. I met him through, I think I met him at the Jay Jordan's channel. Jay Jordan was probably doing a live stream because he's always got a fitness challenge going. 1,000 push-ups in a day, 200 burpees. I really feel out of shape just watching his channel. But I've met some really fun fitness and health channel content creators through that channel, and Jive Cat the Magnificent was one of them. So check him out, show him a little love. And while I've got you guys, let me check my channel right quick, and we'll see if I am still over 1,800. I don't know why that number is so exciting to me. I'm going to put this little blurb back up here too again because I really want you guys to send me some more Christmas holiday related stuff for our Christmas project. But let me go back to my channel right quick and just look at my number and tell you guys what it is. It just takes a little while to click through all these things to get where I need to go. I was tickled to see I posted the video of Harriet laying her egg back on the 29th, I think. And the eagle videos, man, people love that eagle stuff. So I know I'm not the only one. And when I post the eagle content, it does tend to bring me in a nice little number of subscribers. So during eagle season, that's something that you'll see pretty consistently on the channel. If you've checked my community tab recently, you'll see that I'm posting updates as I learn about eggs that are being laid. I just love that. I love this time. I love eagle season, y'all. So make a note. Make a note. You're going to see and hear a lot from me about eagles. Primarily, it will be that Southwest Florida nest because that's my favorite nest. And I've been through lots of joyous things and lots of heartache at that nest with losses and stresses and worries. And right now they're battling, or they're not battling, but these great horned owls that seem to want to run them off of their nest are at it again this week. So now that there's an egg in the nest, I have more reason to be nervous about it. Yeah, hammer pants. Who doesn't want to see Peter Tragos in some hammer pants? So check out Peter's channel, and then next week come back here and tell me, yeah, I want to see that dude in some hammer pants. And then I'll be sure and share comments with him so that he'll remember that he said he would do that, and we'll see if we can hold him to it. But if there are no questions, I don't think there's anything else I wanted to share with you guys. Please give us a like. If you haven't already hit the like button, it's, believe it or not, it really is funny that all of those things together are what makes YouTube promote channels. So when YouTube sees that you have viewers and you're getting likes and people are leaving comments and they're watching your videos, then when those people and others log on to YouTube, that's what YouTube will put on their recommendations page. You know, when you first open YouTube, or I watch on the Xbox sometimes too, and I used to wonder, how do they know? Why did they recommend that to me? And they recommended it to me because a lot of other people that watch some of the same stuff I watch are watching that content, or B, I have watched other channels that have similar content. So it really can make a huge difference. And, you know, it just takes a second and it's free. So if you guys will take a minute to click that like button for me, it always helps to share the streams or any of my videos. Just to be transparent with you, the way YouTubers earn money and sometimes earn a living off of YouTube. I mean, there are other ways, but one of the first ways and the most consistent source of income is through ad revenue. So when more people watch your videos, those people then can see the ads that advertisers are putting on your videos. If you have YouTube Premium, you don't have to watch the ads, but content creators get a little bit of that YouTube Premium. They spread that around like it's like a penny. Like in 2 weeks, I might make a penny off of YouTube Premiums. But again, that's okay. The whole focus is not about making money here. I just want to be able to buy duck food with what we make. So ad revenue is what is the most, again, consistent source of income on YouTube. So the more views means the more opportunities for advertisers to show their ads. And so anybody that happens to see those ads, you know, you get a little handful of pennies here and there every time somebody sees an ad. So if you can also, when you're watching your favorite channel's videos, if you don't have YouTube Premium, you know, let it run the ads. Go take care of a task around the house and let it run the ads before the video starts, instead of just always skipping the ad, because that really makes a difference too. And then I've got a pinned post for you. But if you are interested in helping support the work that we do with our rescue animals here and our family pet animals here, we have a wish list at Amazon. It just has pet stuff. It's just, you know, dog food and cat food, and I think there's probiotics and turtle tank filters. So there's super simple, inexpensive stuff on it, but it goes a long way here for us because every time we bring in a new rescue animal, obviously that does impact, you know, what it costs to do rescue work. So, if you're interested in checking out that wish list, I've got the link in a pinned comment along with the channel member joining link. And you're welcome to check that out. Every little bit helps. So let's see what Schultze's saying here. Oh, so does this mean you draw? Adam, are you a painter or a drawer as well? And don't you play the piano too? Why am I thinking you play the piano? Yes, okay. So Adam Sky is going to send me a Christmas submission for our video. And it really can just be as simple as sending me a couple of photos, y'all. You don't have to go to a lot of work. You don't have to do a lot of editing, because if you've got just a raw video you want to send to me, I'm happy to get with you. If there's something that you say, will you cut out that part where he says this or where it shows this in the background? You can let me know, and I'll be happy to do some editing so that it turns out the way you would want it to be. Let's see. Oh, yeah, so I want to show you this. So here's, I'm comfortable saying that you are not the only person, Sydney, who has made comments. I mean, I haven't seen them here until now, although I think I may have seen you make this comment or a similar comment at Peter's channel. There are others who have shared at Peter's channel that because of what they've learned and because of what Peter has shared and just his delivery style, the way he presents information, and his gift for overcoming what and I know a lot of other people perceived to be what lawyers were like. A lot of people have commented that they've become interested in a law career because of his channel. I don't know that he would ever have expected that when he shared his first however many videos, but that just really is part of his gift, that he really gives lawyers a good name. And if you missed the interview I did with him on my channel, you can go back and watch it. Please do go back and watch it. Please pick any number of videos, but it was a great interview with Peter. And in the description for that video, I have the contact information for him because he's always willing to talk with anyone who has any question about a legal matter. So if you are, in a bind somehow and you don't know who to call, or he can't always be someone who represents you if there's a case that needs to take place, but he can put you in touch with someone who can help if that's what you need. If you just have a general question about how something works, law-wise or legally speaking, he can answer those. They do free phone consultations. So check that video out. I'll be tickled to see more people watching that video. And then if you need him, he really is there. Lots and lots of people. I even know people from my YouTube family here who have made calls, who have talked with Peter or, his firm to get help with a legal issue. So that's legit. He's legit. And you'll have a fun time there. And I will be tickled to see you in a chat sometime over there as well. So I always tell you guys I'm not going to keep you long, and then I end up talking and talking and talking more. But yes, Schultze paints and draws. I'm still waiting for you to get on Instagram, Schultze, so we can communicate more directly. But have a good weekend. I'm going to turn you guys loose. Be safe, be happy, be well. If it's cold where you are, stay warm. I know Florida, Fort Myers, where Harriet and M15 are, the temperature was 80 degrees earlier today when I was watching the nest. So it's not cold everywhere. It's been pretty chilly here. And I will see you at your channels, at some of the channels we talked about here on the show today. Check out Amanda's channel for me. Let her know that you saw her on the show here today. Be blessed, everyone. Love to everyone from RichKatRanch, and I will see you in the next video. I'll leave the chat open for a few minutes before I shut it down, just so you guys can say your goodbyes or share information if you were discussing something in the chat. I love you all, and I'm always so, so honored that you spend time with me here on Fridays. Take care. See you soon.